correctly with the correct amount.
You are tuned into Dash A Fire Podcast.
This is Dash A Fire Podcast. This is Dash A Fire Podcast with Dashai. Vegan, reggae, lifestyle.
That's right, y'all. Greetings and welcome once again. This is the Dash A Fire Podcast, episode 122. With this episode's special guest, my sis Kate, aka the Kate Gatsby, so definitely hold tight for that interview. And of course, like I said, this is 122, the first episode of 2021. So give thanks if you tune into last episode, which was best of 2020, if that's even a thing. And of course, everybody give thanks for tuning in, whether you tune in on Twitch, YouTube, SoundCloud, or Apple Podcasts, or Nice Up Radio. We just got to big you up and say give thanks for the vibes. And if you don't already know, this is a place where we bring together reggae music and a vegan lifestyle. We mostly play reggae music with a little bit of vegan discussion. This today will be a little bit more because we got my sister Kate Gatsby passing through. And of course, we got brand new reggae music, brand new culture, brand new dance hall, the Fire Fives, the Pick of the Pot, and of course, this episode's food for thought. So I hope everybody's doing well out there. We're going to go ahead and get right into some vibes. And right here is Scaramucci alongside Derek Sound from Evidence Music with Who Them a Fool.
This is the Dash A Fire Podcast with Dashai. Reggae and vegan lifestyle. Zin? Yes, I.
Promise I tell them already, make me tell them again. Can you hear me voice loud and clear? Everywhere.
Dash A Fire Podcast, yeah.
I see those lights from far away. Me tell them already, me tell them again, say we no big friend. Tell them already, we tell them again, say one da dong dang. Chiri be bong scan. Tell them ragamuffin on the mic once. Me and me warriors dressed in the heights, gold and green. Promise I tell them already, make me tell them again.
Again, right here is Scaramucci alongside Derek Sound with Who Them a Fool. Brought to you by Evidence Music. That's right, y'all. Give thanks. Bless.
I see those lights from far away. Me tell them already, me tell them again, say we no big friend. Tell them already, we tell them again, say one da dong dang. Chiri be bong scan. Tell them ragamuffin on the mic once. Me and me warriors dressed in the heights, gold and green. When we step out and peer kings and queen. Thanks to the universe, while some still a dream. Some no understand where I stand for.
One more time, Scaramucci.
Some them still asleep, still living in a dream. Some are coming out don't chase, some of them are blaspheme. Some not know set them feet eat fresh and green. Tyson's them structure for them not eat clean. Out there, they cool them, we school them, wanna rule them long time, we control them, so scold them.
Right, Scaramucci with Who Them a Fool. Derek Sound. Evidence Music.
Because I won't tell them. Set them bad like a ragamuffin, come for mash the world. A long time me tell the whole of them. So step out time, the way you make me step on them. Because the ragamuffin bona fire once again. Me big boot a step up on the even. Tell them the warriors will step out once again. Go down there, they fool them, they school them, wanna rule them long time, we control them, so slow them. So ragamuffin long time, I told them. For if you step in on me, where you in a problem. For us, you're down there, going there, gone.
One more time right there with Scaramucci with Who Them a Fool. Derek Sounds, Evidence Music. Right here is Trillion featuring my brethren Ranking Levi and Kuma Ranks.
Quiet and say we can't keep quiet and say we can't.
That's right, reggae music out of Israel right here.
Quiet, say we can't keep.
I try to pick up my Lord sound. Yes, Ranking Levi, Kuma Ranks.
People out the road getting hotter than hot. Buckle bus burning tire, now we start a riot. Damn politician.
Right, this is from the band called Trillion with a brand new EP called The Situation.
Jah know life is sweet, now it's rougher than rough. So government and milk we out and them now want no low fat. Say the rich man getting richer while the poor get fucked. Long time me no say that the system corrupt is the quiet. Quiet, say we can't keep quiet. Quiet, say we can't keep quiet. Quiet,
Original DJ style, you know. Big up Rankin Levi, I tell you.
Say we can't keep quiet. Watch out, we turn up and miss a leaders a rock. Go my ranking living DJ and we sing both fun. They say rapper, we no rapper and we ready to back it up. Till the bigger age, we say time to watch out. Time to get up and we feet and a start fight back. We not stop chat till food pull up the park. Fight for survival, them can't stop that. For people don't suffer, now them launch and attack. Yeah, they bugging on the system and they tuning on the flat. The whole damn place.
Again, it's Trillion.
Loader.
Featuring Rankin Levi and Kuma Ranks with Quiet.
You know we have the thing locked. They say loader and a loader, man, the fire stand crack. Thunder it a roll and a lightning clap. Say quiet, say we can't keep quiet. Quiet,
reggae music out of Israel.
Quiet, say we can't keep quiet. Quiet, say we can't keep quiet. Quiet, say we can't keep quiet.
That's right, y'all. Give thanks for tuning in. Right here is brand new reggae music. And of course, Irie Ice with a big thing called Big and Ready.
We only big and ready, we only big dollar plus. So the mic give us that.
That's right, Irie Ice, Tama Wook, Keepers, and of course, Hoopa, Nadim, Big and Ready.
Irie Ice, we only big and ready, we only big dollar plus. So the mic give us that them tomorrow boom satabas. We only big and ready, we only big dollar
bringing back that original DJ style, you know.
Parce qu'on est big ready, big and ready, ready go. On déboule la balle dans la ville, on a la dalle, quand je déballe, on ne se calme pas avec les gars. Ready, right up, again and again, dans ta agenda, demain sur la mic, c'est ta donna, t'as pas puissance 3. Notre ceinture, qu'on achète dans
la international reggae right now.
Des kilowatts acquis pour des dégâts, depuis longtemps tu connais la saga. En équipe, café de
l'équipe. Evidence music, again.
Mon son système, man, toujours we only big and ready, we only big dans la place. Sur le mic qui fasse la dème, tomorrow, boom, ça tabasse. We only big and ready, we only big dans la place. À la base c'est pas basse, sur la mix c'est Irie Ice. We only big and ready, we only big dans la place. Sur le mic qui fasse la dème, tomorrow, boom, ça tabasse. We only big and ready, we only big dans la place. À la base c'est pas basse, sur la mix c'est Irie Ice. On est ready, les autres hallucinent. On n'oublie pas le reggae nos racines. Notre équipe au complet les fascine. Dance soul roots, légendaire au platine. On est big, on est ready quand ils sont morts dans le film. On est roots, on est rock, ragamuffin. Ça résonne.
Again, it's all about brand new reggae music.
Les médias, les magazines. Big belly full, mais je fais lever les fous. Je fais whiner les gars, je les fais devenir fous. Faut pas choper les boules si ça marche tous les coups. Les lyriques et les gars, ça fait tout. On est big sur le rhythm. Ready,
international link right here, you know.
On est bad, on fait le max pour enflammer les parties. We only big and ready, we only big dans la place. Sur le mic qui fasse Nadem, tomorrow, boom, ça tabasse. We only big and ready, we only big dans la place. À la base c'est pas basse, sur la mix c'est Irie Ice. We only big and ready, we only big dans la place. Sur le mic qui fasse Nadem, tomorrow, boom, ça tabasse.
Alright, of course, one of my favorite artists got a brand new one right here. It's TUES Riley with Be Great.
Watch it. Mohammedanic mindset, Michael Jordan, IREX. I'm living up, cause giving up is not in my meds. Yeah, stepping in with so much self-esteem. Confident regime. It's in my blood, in my genes.
One more time. It's TUES Riley with Be Great.
Mohammedanic mindset, Michael Jordan, IREX. I'm living up cause
yes, TUES.
It's not in my meds. But money attitude, Marcus Garvey mood. But my people, let's do what we got to do. Got to be great, great, great. Like them great ones before us. Great, great, great. So much greatness around us. Them not gonna rate you if you not rate yourself. the world and show your best self. Yeah, hey, I'm a sore loser. I love to win. Some wanna be second best. That's up to them. Ambition in my blood, determination in my skin. Ingredients of a warrior. You know I've got to win. Gonna be great. Everything great. Oh, yes, it's great. Oh, like them great ones before us. Great. Great. Yeah, great. So much greatness around us. Them not gonna rate you if you not rate yourself. Them not gonna love you if you not.
Try to big up yourself, Taurus. Think called Big
Yo, my Bruce Lee skill set is what I pay my bills with. Waiting for me to fall. Don't hold your breath. Forever standing tall.
That's right, vibes like this.
Hey, Mr. Obstacle, they mind your broken
more time.
head. Got to be great. 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 Like them great ones before us. Great. 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 So much greatness around us. Them not gonna rate you if you not rate yourself.
Try to big up yourself, Taurus. One more time, right here is a brand new one from our brethren, Tilly Bob with Song.
Them a follow, sinking sun. Jamaica wanna get him from who needs some so they.
Again, it's Tilly Bob with Song. I try it. Big up yourself, Tilly.
Them a follow, sinking sun. Jamaica wanna get him.
Right, Tilly was on the show a couple episodes, so big up yourself, Tilly. I tell you.
This is one
brand new reggae music song.
Blackness, black is beautiful for you. But them a say that I know you. Them do all this. What we ever do to you? That we preach when you practice. Can't say equal rights and all know that no active. When every day the youths are born for justice. Poverty is not a mistake, it's a tactic. The full of GP with beer convict. In a city youths are where them target. Cabinet a run for hear that about bandits. Tell them to stop the madness. Them can't mash up the oneness. Them a follow, sinking sun. Jamaica wanna get him from who needs some so they. This is one. Them a follow, sinking sun.
Again, brand new reggae music right here. Our brethren Tilly Bob with a thing called Song.
This is one,
Vibes like this.
If you're miseducated and your brother can't read, who's the prophet? Oh, can't say you're free and you're in a master pocket. No, oh, you feel hungry and you still not pay pasta. Every day it's some straight disaster, boy. Release the chain, they might use them brain.
That's right, again, brand new reggae music.
Them a follow, sinking sun. Jamaica wanna get him from who needs some so they. This is one. Them a follow, sinking sun. Jamaica wanna get him from who needs some so they.
And right here, we played this one before. Right here is Roots Percussionist with Did It Again. What's the style now?
Yes, you did it again. And girl, I'm glad that I'm telling you that. And girl, I'm telling you I'm not blind to see that your love is real, baby. You fill me with such joy. You make me wanna soar to places that I've never been.
Again, it's Roots Percussionist with Did It
Some
Again.
things I've always dreamed of me and you forever be. Because your love is real. Oh, yes, you did it again.
Right, some nice brand new reggae
Yes,
music.
I'm glad that I'm telling you, yes. And girl, I'm telling you I'm not blind to see that your love is me, family. Yes,
You think ahead, you know you do, and show what life can really be when you're a happy family. When
Try to pick up my sister Aida. Pick up my brother Ricky B. I tell you.
Girl, you did it again every day. And girl, I'm glad that I'm telling you, yes.
Try to pick up my brother Spencer. Getting another brand new thing. Oh, and Nibs.
I know if I say that they're my soldier, but they're my informer.
I tried alongside Attorney.
That they're my soldier, but they're my
Thing called Say Them a Soldier.
See ya, you see them on the corner. They're my one like warriors. Everything walk around here. Them tell it to the officer. I know if I say that they're my soldier, but they're my informer. I know if I say that they're my soldier, but they're my informer.
Play some old school vibes, right?
Set two box in them face and the boy them start talk. Who rest a yard we run me gone a New York. One leg said them bad but them a weak card. Boy drop a chill and turn man sweetheart. Youngster march out, fi have a little shot. Informer drop close and them have them face top. Fi this what they move and go tell it to the cop. That's why you find them with them head get crossed.
Say that them a soldier, but them a informer. I know if I say that them a soldier, but
Right,
them
High Dog Production, pick up yourself.
Three eye them up like a dry coconut. Just but a move and a go back and go chop. Set up them virgin and the youth on the block. Swap information, judge give them slot. That them girls are going to live on the dirt. Chat him up business, you know it can't work. Matter not gender could have pants or skirt. Disrespect and you must get hurt.
say them real, I know they're not real. Me never see them on no battlefield. They'll sell you out, feel less than a meal. Sometime I your bridging squeal. Say no for wolf in a sheep clothing. Chatty mouth, them full of target. Be careful my eye drink.
Watch it
Be careful my brethren. Say that them a soldier, but them a informer. I know if I say that them a soldier, but them a informer. I know if I say that them a soldier, but them a informer.
That's right, big international link up on the show today. You know, right here's our brethren Maccabee. Thing called Face to Face.
Face to face, that's how we used to dance with we Empress. Hold on to the waist, face to face.
That's right, from his brand new album Gentrification.
Rock to the drum and the bass, face to face.
Again, it's Maccabee, friend of the show. Thing called Face to Face.
Face to face.
That's right, big up Maccabee, the big vegan brother, you know?
Call me old, you coulda called me a dinosaur. Me can't go on them the dance floor. Some of the dances are not like the ones before. Of that I am sure. Man a jump on woman from off of the box, and the woman just lay down flat. Me not sure if I dance in that. Then coulda give the poor girl heart attack face to face. That's how we used to dance when we Empress. Hold on to the waist, face to face. That's how we dance when we Empress.
That's right, old time something on today's show, you know?
Face to face. That's how we dance when we Empress. Hold on to the waist,
Maccabee.
face to face. That's how we dance when we Empress. All night in.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Everybody twerking, 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 twerking. For some it's not working. Woman at work, who else at work too? I feel know who I rub up on you. I am one of the 70s crew. Let me tell you what we used to do. Ask the Empress, may I dance with you? Hold on tight and I
Yes, Maccabee.
face to face. So we used to dance with the Empress. Hold on to the waist, face to face. So we dance with the Empress. I rock to the drum and the bass, face to face. So we dance with the Empress. Hold on to the waist, face to face.
Again, it's all about brand new reggae music right here. Brand new Capleton alongside Craig.
I'm
telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
Again, brand new Evidence Music.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm
I try to
telling
pick
you.
up Evidence Music. They put up some proper hits, right?
Dispelling you, dispelling you. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Get out the telling you. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Get out the spelling you. Only money them love, and the people them love. Them full of their envy and pride.
I tried the voice of Kate Gatsby.
Them quick fish head, blah 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 blah. Oh, the only money them love, and the people them love. Them full of their envy and pride. And think twice to push it down in and them all right then see ya. We help people and not them priority. Can't tell them nothing about no charity. Tell you straight up so them not sorry fee. And them not shed no light with no clarity. Find out them too self-centered. Tell them say them really cannot enter. The wolf and
again, Kate Gatsby alongside Craig.
Them with less than
I know people them love.
I know people them love. Them full of their envy and grudge. Least little thing of them quick fish head, blah 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 blah. Oh, only money them love. I know people them love. Them full of their envy and grudge. Nothing twice to push a down in and them all alright then see ya. Me never say you not fi be a paper chaser. I'ma know say your money run the acre. But you still have to share the paper. You love it more than the creator. Who for school fee you ever pay for? You woulda rather tell them to stay far. Then now who for bag you ever put on and tell them
again, brand new reggae music.
I only them love. And the people them love. Them full of their envy and grudge. It's like a thing of them quick fish and blah 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 blah. Oh, the only money them love. And the people them love. Them full of their envy.
Again, pick up Evidence Music right here is a big tune going out to my brethren, Cancer Man from Trinity. It's beautiful.
Sometimes life is not what it seems like.
Look deep.
Look deep within. Look deeper in.
I tried big vibes, I tell you.
Sometimes life is not what it seems like. There's always a deeper end. Look deep again.
Vibes for your week, y'all.
Education time now so far in a class. When me say who never seen yet no pebble no cast. Be careful what you do. Watch your task and don't forget a salvation alone last. No one no perfect, so take off your mask. Who gonna give me answers for all the questions asked? Somebody have follow you, so watch how you walk. You got a lot of listening here, so watch your talk. Sometimes life is not what it seems like. Look deep within. Look deeper in. Oh. Sometimes life is not what it seems like. There's always a deeper end. Look deep again. But why it's so easy to judge and so hard to elevate one another? Why it's so easy to hate and so hard to
I try to remember we're out here together, you know.
Mama, you're looking at yourself. Try put your foot in my shoes. Me know say this won't fit you. And just something me approve. Hey, every man has his story. Looking for a platform to tell that. Remember we're living on earth, but don't you forget say I held that. Sometimes I look on the outside. It's totally different than the inner. Nobody know I lose, but everyone will never be
pick up yourself, Bugle.
Sometimes life is not what it seems like. Look deep within. Look deeper in. Oh. Sometimes life is not what it seems like. There's always a
Again, this track right here we featured a couple episodes ago. It's called Ward Calling, official line.
We riding this and we journey.
Alongside Noah Hartley. Try big vibes like this.
See this your calling, calling on the lion and friends. This your calling, Babylon your time has come to an end. This your calling, calling on the lion and friends.
right, all Rasta man and Rasta woman, dreadlocks or not, you know? Official Lion of Judah, Noah Bartley, War is calling.
System them design it to put you in a stride. Lead and them red and we know it's not right. Rome never burn, they just change their name twice. Produce more
Again, War calling.
guys. Yeah. Some sell and soul for diamond and pearl. Some sell and soul to step into a world. But you will thy eyes and one will see. The truth is available, the truth is for free. Connect the dots, no more time for cipher. The Lion of Judah return to conquer. Calling on the Lion and friends. This our calling. Babylon, your time has come.
Right, coming out of Trinidad reggae, you
This
know?
our calling on the Lion and friends.
Official Lion of Judah,
This our
alongside Noah Bartley.
calling. Rise up, be courage, it's time.
War calling.
Rise up, my people, and lend me your ears. For the Lion of Judah, the Lion is here. Follow the words and the truth which he speak. For he is the upliftment of all of the weak. The voice from within and the feelings you seek. Right there in front, but them continue to trick. Blasphemous words from them out is their stretcher. The Lion of Judah is always 10-stepper. 10 step ahead and every time that he preach. The Lion of Judah is here to replenish the meek. Of the evil system them design. Banish the demon, free up the bad mind. Clean out their soul and show them in a flame. The true king is here and he's ready to reign. No bullets can stop him, no knife can slice. Protected by God, I see them said rise. Them send for the pagan, he send them back heal. See the manipulation as he will reveal. The real Israelite that design is fool. The real human being anointed by you. The Most High himself visit him and say, the world is yours, let us make a brighter day. Heal the sick-minded, take care of them first. Seek out the darkness that lies in their thoughts. Teach them the truth and the right which I make. Teach them how and the evil will break. Show them that the children are the future you see. For without love there is no humanity. The devil is a thought manipulated in your head. It's weak but it's smart and it's running thread. Jah create all and create it too. But when the lion come to face him, what I go do?
It's good that you are here to record this picture of me in my palace garden at Addis Ababa. People who see this throughout the world will realize that even in the 20th century, with faith, Christ, and the just cause, David would still beat Goliath.
Calling on the Lion and friend.
What's the Selassie right there?
Calling, Babylon, your time has come.
Yes, sir.
When then this our calling on the Lion and friend.
Let's play that part, you know?
This our calling. Rise up the courage, it's time to defend.
You are in tune to Dash of Fire podcast, reggae and vegan lifestyle scene.
That's right, y'all. Give thanks for tuning in. We appreciate all the vibes and the support. And we started off the show right there with a brand new Scaramucci alongside Derek Sound from Evidence Music with Who Them a Fool. And then we went into Trillion, brand new tune from the Situation EP from a band called Trillion, featuring our virgin Ranking Levi and Guma Ranks with Quiet. That's right, big up my Israel family and posse. And then we went into Ivory Ites, Tomawook, Kavaz, and Pupa Nadim with Big and Ready. And then, of course, a brand new first single from the 21 Greatness Rhythm, Taurus Riley with Be Great. And then, of course, friend of the show from the brand new album, that's Tilly Bop. And the brand new album is I Am Reggae. Again, it's Tilly Bop with Psalm. And then we went into Roots Percussionist with Did It Again. That's right, big tune, nice tune, you know? And then we went into Owen Nibs featuring Attorney with Say Them a Soldier. And then, of course, again, friend of the show, Maccabee from his brand new album, Gentrification. We played Face to Face. And then Capleton alongside Craig with I Know People Them Love. Again, Evidence Music. And again, Evidence Music with Bugle with Look Deep. That's right, big up yourself, Cancer Man. I know you like that tune same way. And then, of course, sealing it up right there with official Lion of Judah featuring Noan Partly with War Calling. Definitely hold tight. We got them lined up for a guest coming through interviews. So definitely hold tight for that, you know? And of course, pick up yourself no matter how you tune in, whether you're tuning in on Twitch, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Nice Up Radio. Give thanks, and we appreciate all the vibes, you know? So right now, we're going to go ahead and check the vibes with our sis passing through. It's the Kate Gatsby. Give thanks, y'all.
Yeah, man, you tuned into Dasha Fire podcast, reggae and vegan lifestyle scene.
Greetings once again. I'm linked up with another good friend of mine stopping through the podcast. Right now, it's my sis, Katie, or as many people might know her as the Kate Gatsby. What's up, sis? How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. You know, you're a big time, I don't want to say big time, but a long time vegan, good friend of mine, been in the scene, really nice person. I'm just excited to have you on. And also, you know, bringing that different perspective, the vegan vibes, you know, not super, I don't want to say not an activist because you're doing your own activism, but you bring in the fashion and your own vibe to it. And I just love your style and I love what you do. So I'm just excited to have you stopping by the show, you know?
Thanks. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. So you want to let people know a little bit about yourself, maybe your name, what you do as far as your socials, and then we'll get into your vegan journey.
Okay. Well, my name is Katie. I am 5'1", 110 pounds.
That's awesome.
And I'm currently single. Like strolls on the beach, all that stuff. Just kidding. What were we talking about again?
That's good enough. Well, that's good right there. So let's get, you know, we got, you know, who you are. I love your self-description, 5'1". For people who don't know you, you do the Instagram is your main social, if I'm not mistaken, and you go by the Kate Gatsby. What is your focus on there? I mean, I know you come across promoting the vegan lifestyle and you have your fashion. Is that how it started? Let us know what's going on with that.
Well, I started Instagram just to be creative. I don't know if you remember, like way back in like the 1800s,
right?
When they had the 30 photo challenge and stuff like that. And it was just trying to be creative with how you were taking pictures, and it'd be still objects, food, sometimes my shadow. Just trying to be creative with things,
right?
And extremely heavy on the filters and the frames.
Okay.
Then I started taking like more pictures of my food. I was really self-conscious of the way I looked. That was around, I was already vegan, I think, at that point.
Okay.
It's been, yeah, it was 2008 actually when I went vegan. And then, it just kind of evolved from taking pictures of food, and then I went to the Natural Food Expo.
Nice.
And met up. I just was walking around, and one of the companies said, "Hey, I really like your look. Do you want to maybe collaborate with us?" And it was a cruelty-free brand with a lot of vegan products, and I said sure. And it just, I mean, I started posting more photos of myself to, you know, really promote products that I liked, not necessarily because someone handed it to me.
Right.
Yeah, and then it's, you know, it's a little more involved with the way my life has been going. Endometriosis was a thing and still is, and I've connected with people on that. Mental health has been a thing with me too. So yeah, it's just kind of a little bit of everything.
Well, I really enjoy how you
quite a
bring in
niche,
the vegan cruelty-free aspect as well as fashion. And that's something, and we were talking a little bit before the interview, that's something that I feel is super awesome, and that's why I'm excited to have you, and that's why I really enjoy your Instagram and what you do. But I don't really see you as trying to push yourself as like I'm an influencer. Hurry up and follow me and try to get as many followers, so to speak, as you can. And I was really excited even when Veg News mentioned you as one of the, influencers, so to speak, to follow. And you just keep it simple, yourself, wholeheartedly, like from a pure standpoint. I don't see any ego. I mean, we all have ego and everything like that, of course, but I just like how you come across on your Instagram and your socials. So I really appreciate it, and I just want to, big you up for that.
Thank you. I'm just a shy girl from San Diego.
Right. So
Yeah.
before we get more into that, because I definitely want to talk about your fashion sense and your style, but you mentioned that you went vegan in 2008. What was your vegan journey?
Yeah.
How were you first, like, ever introduced to the idea of veganism?
Well, my sixth grade teacher was I don't want to say she was a hippie, but she was very like environmentally conscious.
Nice.
So I would say that was my first introduction into veganism and stuff like that. But I was way too young and way too into other things to delve into that.
Right.
It really started off as a health thing. Like I mentioned, endometriosis. I was diagnosed in 2006. No, 2007. Sorry, 2007 with it. I got sick in 2006.
So what exactly
no one could figure out what was
is
going on.
that? I'm not familiar, and many people might not be familiar. What exactly is that, if you don't mind explaining?
Sure. It's basically the endometrium, which is, similar to the uterus lining, but it develops scars and lacerations on the outside of your uterus or the ovaries, and sometimes I've heard it go up to like your lungs. So any internal organ is could be prone to, be a victim of endometriosis.
Okay.
Some people have it, and it could be stage 4, and they don't feel a thing. They can go their lives without even knowing that it's there. Or, you could have stage 1 and be in incredible pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I got diagnosed, and we were trying to figure out ways of at least having the pain tolerable for myself. I'm not huge on like painkillers and everything like that.
Right.
It doesn't mean, there's a balance, but we were just trying to look at different ways to just make me comfortable and have a normal everyday life without, crouching and being on the floor half of my day. So we came across this thing called the endometriosis diet, and it wasn't necessarily vegan, but it was cutting out a lot of things like soy and red meat, gluten, fried food, etc. And it was 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just cut everything out, because I started to freak myself out when I was just eating fish.
Right.
And I was like, I could just do it. It was really, really hard back then, because, you just show up to a restaurant or something, and you either couldn't eat, or it'd be little to
right.
nothing.
You don't want a bunch of
menu.
iceberg lettuce salads,
No, but like for my sister's 40th birthday, we went to an Italian restaurant, and I called in ahead of time to see if there was anything I'd have. And it was basically marinara sauce. So I brought my own stuff.
That's awesome.
And paid, $20-something for marinara sauce.
Right.
But, you do what you do, and that's fine. And it was all about educating myself.
Right.
So much easier now.
Oh, definitely. A lot easier nowadays.
Yeah.
So once you...
it's just kind of been like that.
Yeah, so once you went from that, figuring out the diet that you found, and then was that something that you were like, okay, that's there, and then you said it wasn't necessarily vegan. How did you go from there to transferring over to fully vegan, so to speak?
As far as like the food went, it was cold turkey like
Cold
I just
tofu?
decided, oh, I'm not going to do it anymore. Yeah, cold tofu. Sorry, cold tofurkey. How dare I say that? This is terrible. I'm fired. But I did go back to trying like vegetarian things. I was on the Depo-Lupron shot at the time, and then I just decided to not take that anymore, and then just go straight like vegan. Like it wasn't a difficult decision for me.
Right.
I know a lot of people who were struggling with craving foods and stuff like that. I didn't. I just struggled like eating I just wanted to consume food.
Right.
Like that was
So
it.
you found something that you can consume
anything.
and you're excited about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It actually, people like there's this stigma that being a vegan or like eating vegan, it narrows your choices of foods to eat, and it acted the opposite.
I was about to say that.
It expanded my palate. It was like, oh, I've never tried this before. Like, yeah, like I've never loved mushrooms so much in my entire life, and I already loved mushrooms, but it's stuff like that, just expanding, just this world of culinary eats.
Totally.
I
mean, when I first became vegan or started to or whatever, there wasn't a lot of options, but as you learn and you expand your horizons, so to speak, you realize, oh, wow, there's this, there's that, there's all kinds of different options, especially when you get past the protein myth and the calcium myth and all these things that people tell you that you have to have and by this much and these kind of things. Once you realize it, you kind of find your own path,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Totally
I mean,
agree.
with the socials now, I also was on Instagram fairly early and, wasn't really hip to the game. I was probably on there pretty much because I was a DJ and trying to promote myself as a DJ. And another DJ actually told me that I should start taking photos of my food. And because he didn't know anybody else that was vegan, so he's like, you should post your stuff on there. So I started to do that, and then that's when I saw my social media really start getting all different hits, like all different types of people were commenting, and then I got more people checking me as a reggae DJ, and just created a whole different vibe. And that's what I like with you, like I was saying before, with you're promoting your cruelty-free lifestyle and your vegan vibes and like everything that just is like who you are. So with that, what's your fashion inspiration, so to speak? Where did you get into your style of fashion? I mean, is there a style name for it? Because I watch all those little documentaries and see all the little socials, and even my wife's really into fashion. I have my own little fashion sense too, but I want to get into the mind of the great Kate Gatsby, so to speak. What is your, where do you get your inspiration, and is there a certain century or time frame or anything like that?
I think it's just really just my experiences throughout my entire life. Like,
right.
I know some people don't believe it, but I mean, when I was younger, I was wearing dresses and stuff because, they were gifted to my parents to have me wear.
Right.
But when I started to come into my own as a young kid, I was wearing like basketball shorts, baggy jeans,
I was about to
t-shirts,
guess tomboy,
and stuff like
so to speak.
I mean, yeah, I was the son my dad never had.
Right.
Like, I just wanted to be out there, grinding with him in the garden or playing basketball. Like, I didn't care. And then, suddenly I turned into a girl and started paying attention.
Right.
Like, oh, I didn't know guys were like into this. And I didn't care too much, but, it was just like with you and music, right?
Right.
So my experiences, like going through life, graduating high school and going to college, I was exposed to, like, really, really, really heavily exposed to the rockabilly scene.
Right. Okay.
But I wasn't like fully there. I mean, and it's fine. I was influenced by it and the music and that kind of fashion, but I just never like fit.
Right.
I was always just, okay, I wasn't enough rockabilly. And it's like, I wasn't enough tomboy. And okay, so I tried something else. And so it just, became this mesh of this like big old melting pot of things. I love, classic movies. Charlie Chaplin's my favorite actor. Like you can see in a lot of my outfits his influence on me, as the tramp. And I'm a big nerd, and I have a lot of Star Wars and Disney things.
Yeah.
It's a mix. I don't know if you could pinpoint like what genre I would be in.
I think it's really interesting how you mentioned the rockabilly, and I watch a lot of documentaries, and we have some friends that are into the whole tiki scene and how the rockabilly, the tiki scene, the greaser scene, like how those kind of all in a weird way come together sometimes at certain points, and it's really interesting when I find somebody that's in that scene and then also they're vegan, and it's just interesting how they put it all together, you know what I mean? So with your clothes, do you go out to thrift stores and go find? I mean, I'm sure early out that's what you did, but nowadays with like the vintage stores and even the high-end, high-scale vintage spots, do you kind of frequent stuff like that, or you kind of still like, how do you find your wardrobe, so to speak?
I guess a little bit of both. When I didn't shop a ton at like malls and stuff, and not to say that there's like something wrong with that at all, but I would look at it and it's like it wasn't appealing to me. And my sister would always take me to the thrift store. Like when I was a teenager, she would take me to Buffalo Exchange all the time. And so it was just like the hunt for like, ooh, what's like something that's going to attract my eye. And I loved the fact that it was, like I was reusing something too.
Right. And that goes along with the vegan lifestyle choices that we reuse, reduce, recycle, and all those type of things. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's there's choices that we make in like the battles we have to choose to fight.
Right.
It's like what's more important to me. I'd rather, in my personal opinion, I'd rather like buy something that was, from like back then, or like even something that was handed down to me by my mom.
That's even more special, right?
Yeah. But there's also like special places for like my Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. I've been watching The Mandalorian. I'm all about it. I want to go back now and rewatch Clone Wars and all those things.
Oh my god. No spoilers.
That's a whole other thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm a big Marvel person. I know the people who follow me on social will see me post up my Marvel stuff. I was a big Spider-Man kid and an X-Men kid. Spider-Man's still my favorite dude, period. And I watch all the shows. I watch all the movies, the cartoons. I even listen to podcasts about it. I kind of know the drill. And now with The Mandalorian, I grew up with Star Wars, of course. Return of the Jedi and Empire was like right at that age where I saw them in the drive-in for me. But, with The Mandalorian, that kind of is revitalizing the excitement, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I know how it is.
I know. My heart is just like beating out of my shirt with that show.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
are we just old?
Right. That's how it goes.
Oh my
so
God.
This is a little joke, Kate, but at the same time serious. Since you mentioned you're only 5'1", now with your clothes, I know you found some kids' clothes and got those. Because even my wife has. Like, we go to somewhere and she's like, "Oh my God, if they had them in my size." I'm like, "Look at the biggest one," and boom, it fits her. Have you scored some kids' clothes, so to speak, that you rock?
Yes, absolutely. Shoes too. My feet are tiny.
Yeah, no shame, right?
Tiny little feet. No, and even belts are difficult to find. I have a lot of like young men belts because I'm just tiny. I don't know. Really small.
I had to ask. I was waiting for you to say it. I had to ask. So yeah, with all the vegan vibes and everything, I just want to give a big shout out to Carly, who runs Vegan in San Diego. She pretty much like brought us together many years ago, when she got everything going. She was actually on the show. Check archives if you want to check her out. That's how I met Carly, and we just clicked really well, and we all started organizing events together, and you were a part of that. So I was just excited again to get you on the show and talk to you about your vegan journey and your vegan lifestyle, so to speak, and what you're into as well. You want to give people your socials where they can find you at, like just your Instagram,
Sure.
or you want to, let them know where else they can find you, or what else you have going on?
I mean, I do have accounts on Twitter and Facebook. They're all the same as my Instagram handle, which is the Kate Gatsby.
Right.
I know. It's a good one, right?
Simple and plain.
It's good fun.
As seen in Veg News.
It's one of my favorite
Boom.
books. Yeah.
Cool, Kate. Well, give thanks for
Yeah.
taking the time out and chatting with us. I hope everything's going well with you in the lockdown, and hopefully we can link up soon in a real life. Is there any final words you want to say to the people out there?
Just be kind. I mean, and have compassion. Like that's really all I have. Yeah.
Spoken like a true
And
vegan.
I love you.
We'll check you next time, Kate. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
You are in tune to Dash of Fire podcast, reggae and vegan lifestyle scene. Yeah, man, this is the Dash of Fire podcast, top 5, aka the Fire 5, roots and culture.
And coming in on this episode's Fire 5 Roots and Culture, right here is Chino with Rhythm Rider Style.
Well, it's got the musical thing called the original Rhythm Rider Style. Anything young go touch it can't spoil. Flash it! Well, I've been riding rhythm for a long time. I've been a rhythm rider for a long time. Long time, rhythm rider style.
Again, pick up my sis, Kate. Thanks for stopping by, sis.
Well, watch out, come follow me. Ride with him, that one your name, ride with him. Chino, I go show them how to ride with him. One case of Guinness, case of Heineken. Selector, kick it off, let the vibes begin. Hey, gate man, beg you, let me hygiene in. From Chino in the dance, the girl, them finding him. Me there with a half black, half Chinese thing, girl. Tick up like she resist.
Yes, Miss Megan Red.
Thief in the dance, nobody fight with him. Cause they sit me up design for poison skin. Music album a drop is like we fly the pin back to the chorus I begin. Me sing, well I've been riding rhythm for a long time. I've been a rhythm rider for a long time. Long time.
That's right, big up yourself, Chino.
Rhythm rider style.
Rhythm rider style.
At the rhythm
That's right, young pal.
Well, watch it. Me say me sit down on the rhythm like a bird in a nest. Under me button collar spank shirt is a mesh. The dance full of girl in a skirt in a dress. Well, here come the soup in a shirt in a vest. Them say the Rasta man how him a work, him a step. Them a watch and I guess I must see herb in my press. Them plan up on a decide fi circle in my dress. Not the dread Babylon can't serve him a rest. The world a level, me say the earth is a mess. Well, I tell herb, me no burn cigarette. Pagan a send them words in a threat. Wanna be get walla be desert in a chest. Watch out, no we can't stand firm in a days. We think a shatter that a confirm, so we bless. Good life, we not have no urge for your stress. Anything we deserve are the best. Oh yes, well I've been riding rhythm for a long time. I've been a rhythm rider for a long time. Long time.
One more time, coming in at number 5 on this episode's Fire 5 Roots and Culture. Right there was Chino with Rhythm Rider Style. And coming in at number 4, of course, it's Bella Blair with Give Me a Light. Again, it's Bella Blair, Give Me a Light. Number 4, Frankie Music.
Pass my Rizla or my Kachi. Any with the fire there, I will bunny. High grade, but it ain't secondary. Highway past top shelf. Call me a graduate, weed, I study it. Got diploma, master's degrees in it. What is life without weed? No fun in it. What's this song without me? A potential hit. Linking on my brain, I make it run right out. Sticking on my vibes, get thumped with blaze. Medulla get slapped with spit fire on the track like a dragon, yeah. Blow up on the touch and make it higher. Steam in the coming, never get tired. While I'm in it with the sweet fire. When I load it up, give me a light. Give me a light. Give me a light. When I load it up, give me a light. Give me a light.
Again, Fire, Roots and Culture right now. Number 4, Bella Blair.
Tryna play cool, but under my shades, everything is a haze. Got my eyes well read up. Have to stay calm now, so no alarm. I know where to go when my heart beats better. Never wasted. I the best from West, puff it up in my chest. I like the herbs I'm tasting. I'm in a tree trying to catch the clouds, I'm hallucinating. We didn't get you the best thing for me. Fling with it, and I'll bring that to me. I tell just like stew, weed fresh out the grand bag just like you. Love the green, so we stay grinding. Love the tree, so when I stop climbing, cause the touch, I make my blast it off and then I'm leaving that just like an astronaut. Give me a light, give me a light, give me a light. When I load it up, give me a light.
One more time, coming in at number 4 on this episode's Fire, Roots and Culture. Right there was Bella Blair with Give Me a Light. That's right, big up Frankie Music, of course. And coming in at number 3, right here is the big singer Kenny Smith alongside Kumar with Truth.
Red mask, it's in a Oja. Only the truth can set you free. Yeah, yeah. I can't spit alongside. Kumar.
One more time, Kenny Smith, Kumar, Truth.
No, a lot of people don't like to hear the truth. You gotta tell it to their face. To their face. If you're gonna be true to yourself, a lot don't like to hear the truth. You gotta tell it to their face. To their face. If you gotta be true to yourself. What if you got something to tell me, just tell me no. Don't wait till tomorrow if you tell me, oh, I'm just a human, just like you. Hey, if I'm your friend, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Lord. But so wrong, still I'm a blind jerk. If I'm wrong, then the truth don't hurt. Because the truth is at the main fox. Never be a fake. If you see me doing wrong, tell it to my face, Lord. A lot don't like to hear the truth. You gotta tell it to their face. To their
Again,
face.
coming in at number 3, right here is Kenny Smith, Kumar with
Don't
Truth.
like to hear the truth. I gotta tell it to their
Right,
face.
2021.
I'll tell them to their face.
Brand new.
I gotta be true to myself.
When it's trying times, look at all the friends you find. Oh, yeah. The biggest crime, ones who use you all the time. That's was a waste, man. We born the Satan. Now listen, pagan. We got to stay strong. Never worry your mind. The truth will set you free. Yeah.
A lot don't like to hear the truth. You gotta tell it to their face. To their face. If you're gonna be true to yourself. A lot don't like to hear
Again,
the
Kenny
truth.
Smith, Kumar with
I gotta
Truth.
tell it to
Coming in at number 2 right now, another big collaboration. It's Cameron and Kali Buds with Planter's Paradise.
Cameron,
Again, coming in at number 2, right here's Cameron and Kali Buds with the Planter's Paradise.
Excuse me, Mr. Officer, ease off your Glock. Move from me gate, stay off me roadblock. Them off, legalize it. What's up with that? Police and helicopter still circle me crops. My neighbor them mad, them try call the cops. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, how could you allow that? You write the law in pencil, not ink from the pen. Babylon just erase like wolves try again. Them never know them a feel how ganja farmer. Me trim tree like a marijuana barber. High grade organic soil and water. They give me trees what them need. Planta. Cross Valley to Eureka. Humble County Medicine.
Yeah. A liquor stiff for marijuana. A day I keep the devil and bad mind people far away. Hey. As the youth them used to tell me it not right, but still we keep the ganja paper tight despite all them rules and regulations. Ganja the healing of the nations. Babylon me want ask you where is your conscience? Like you want to see real ganja for my patients.
Them never know them a feel how ganja farmer. Me trim tree like a marijuana barber. High grade organic soil and water.
Again, coming in at number 5 on this episode's Fire 5 Roots and Culture. We started it off with Chino with Rhythm Writer Style by Young Pal. And then we went into number 4, Bella Blair with Give Me a Light, Frankie Music. And then coming in at number 3 was Kenny Smith and Kumar with Truth. And then number 2 right behind us right now is Cam Run featuring Cali Buds with Planter's Paradise. And coming in at number 1, brought to you by Upsetter Music and Loud City on the King's Rhythm. Right here is Busy Signal and Capital D with Fiery.
Upsetter. Busy Signal. Upsetter, Loud City. Not take no pity. Capital in the one you're not go pretty. Long time me big it up in the streets of Connecticut. Microphone me rough it up. Anytime me get a rhythm, me get a killing like a Tyson uppercut. Radio or in the club, me murder the rhythm and tell me see blood. Call me fiery, me other fuego volcano. They're ready for erupt. Upsetter.
Again, Upsetter Music, Loud City, King's Rhythm. Right here's Busy Signal, Capital D with Fiery.
Not take no pity. Capital in the one you're not go pretty. Long time me big it up in the streets of Connecticut. Microphone me rough it up. Anytime me get a rhythm, me get a killing like a Tyson uppercut. Radio or in the club, me murder the rhythm and tell me see blood. Call me fiery, me other fuego volcano. They're ready for erupt. Lava, the girl I'm a Jamaica love when me speak some patois. So many lyrics and syllables and I'm a verse them and need some power. Some boy them is not ready for this, them a baby for this. Blah blah. In the Connecticut, me represent Hartford with the honey caguas. Fiery, fiery, fire, fuego. Fiery, fiery, fuego. Fiery, fiery, fuego.
Busy to signal Jamaica to Africa, US to Canada, London to Panama, Cuba to Puerto Rico to Dominica. Burn it up, we burn it up. Turn it up, Lord, with the microphone up in a real gorilla. Don't feel no fella. Never feel when we go on a journey. I mash the words, then we cut it like hernia. Earlier, upset in the city. Busy signal, we like in the vicinity. Alien, anything happen, it fire. We telling them straight in a boy, them can't follow. We call we probably them need some more energy. Then speech on clarity. We have the lyrical style and dexterity, class and quality. Fiery,
fiery, fuego. Fiery, fiery.
Right, Virgin Dreaded, Unity Sound Family, big up yourself, Crossfire.
Fiery, fiery, fuego.
Right, Loud City, big up yourself.
Fiery.
Upsetter Music, big up yourself.
Fiery, fiery.
Then we check out the Assassin Same Way for Busy Signal, Capital D, number 1.
Now go waste no time with me, hear the baseline. Another rhyme, them afraid of me like I'm a Frankenstein. My house mark them like Einstein. And I'm a Pro Tools, me late focus. Me no follow, me no like no rules. I'm a born in 1971, so you know that I come from the old schools. Me cool like breeze, ready for new shows in Belize. Toy Felice, when me hear a rhythm that fit my vocal keys. Motivated by positivity to the best of my ability. Man, a celebrity when me sing melodies. We seal up the Trinity. Fiery, fiery, fuego. Fiery, fiery, fuego. Fiery, fiery, fuego. Fuego.
Blaze it up, yeah.
Fiery, fiery, fuego. Fiery, fiery, fuego. Fiery, fiery, fuego.
Turn it up, blaze it up, yeah.
Yeah, man, you tuned into Dasha Fire podcast, reggae and vegan lifestyle scene.
I'ma tap in with you, yeah. Cause you make me feel
right in some brand new dance hall right now. This is what we call dance hall juggling. Right here's our brethren Bobby Hustle.
So we'll tap in with you,
Thing called Tap In. From our brethren Jamar, brand new rhythm. Thing called Zona. That's right, Arizona posse. Pick up yourself.
You bring it to me, don't nobody know. Talk to me when you do it slow. You surround me like a stereo, yeah. And I'ma slam it like a domino. Oh, melody with the hustle flow. I'ma tap in with you, yeah.
Again, brand new rhythm, brand new thing. Our brethren Bobby Hustle on the Zona rhythm, brought to you by our brethren Jamar out of Tucson, Arizona. That's right, big international reggae link up on today's podcast. You know? Again, brand new, our brethren Bobby Hustle, thing called Tap In.
You bring it to me, don't nobody know. Talk to me when you do it slow. You surround me like a stereo, yeah. And I'ma slam it like a domino. Oh, melody with the hustle flow. Say you heard me on the radio. They sipping on it like a Salvador. Still you out this dark, I make a cameo. I'ma tap in with you, yeah. Cause you make me feel like I'm flying. And I ain't afraid of
you. Again, friend of the show, our brethren Bobby Hustle, tap in.
So we'll tap in with you, yeah. You got what I need, no denying. We only get one shot in life. Won't regret it when I die.
Chuck Fender.
Rock on Camina. Rock on Camina.
Right, thing called Rock and Come In. It's Chuck Fender, Zona rhythm.
Baby, rock on Camina. Me have set me off the gear. Me want hold you and squeeze ya. You know how long me not see ya. Baby, rock on Camina. You know how long me not see ya. I've set me off the gear.
Try the living fire, Chuck Fender now.
If you want to run away and take a cruise with me, I'll take you across the ocean, girl, and show you things that you never seen. I'll give you all my love, like Jehovah up above. Take all of me, Queen Majesty. There's no other man like me. Baby, rock on, come in now. Me have set me off a gear. No one hold you and squeeze ya.
That's right, brand new Zona rhythm, y'all.
Baby, rock on, come in now.
I hope we get to play this out of the spot, you know? One more time, Zona rhythm, brand new, it's Josh Davis.
Patience is virtue. Take time to know it. No reservation, babe. When it comes time to show it. Darling, my love is true. We can go all the way to the top if you want to. I'll be all you need. Give you the fullness of love, my if you want it, darling, I'll be there. If you let me be your heart,
Josh Davis with this feeling.
I swear, said I see you again.
Yeah, pick up yourself, DJ Jamar, brand new Zona rhythm.
Said I like the way.
All right, here's the big single, big singer right here, Ginger.
All I need is love, baby, love, baby. Close my eyes and cross my heart. All I need is love, baby, love, baby. Girl, I know it's you I want. Girl, I know you got style like what? Come here, my girl, let me see you closer. Put you in my room on a big poster. My love in you have to get the most. If you treat me right and show me good life.
That's right, it's Ginger.
Give you anything that money can buy.
All time for Safari now.
All I need is love, baby, love, baby. Close my eyes and cross my heart.
Tell you, brand new Zona rhythm.
All I need is love, baby, love, baby. Girl, you know it's you I want.
Look, you tryna walk with me, need you to talk to me. I know you mad, I told your girl that you was stalking me. How I'm supposed to know, give you a kind of flow. Just know that when you get with me,
Ginger Safari.
You wanna test who? I'm hot as jet fuel. You call yourself a bad bitch like you in pet school. Now, roses are red and violets are blue.
But when it comes DJ Jamar's brand new Zona rhythm.
Love, baby, love.
That's right, big international vibes today. Show.
Close my eyes and cross my heart.
Reggae from all over.
All I need is love, baby, love.
All brand new reggae music, y'all.
Girl, you know it's you I want.
Yeah, more brand new music right here. A thing called Look Good.
When I got them wear hands, when the summer gets done, when I got them come
vibrator. Wayne Wonder.
Come out. From you know you look good, baby. Style when I yell them wear hands. When the summer gets hot, when I yell them come out. When them come out. From you know you look good, baby. Independent girl, them me like you know. Girl, we spend them on money when them like you know.
Easy win.
Man, we get your waffy end up wifing you. They call him
that brand new dancehall.
Oh yeah, you a big deal, 1 in a million. Beautiful, elegant, not take a bag of man. Man, go pan a girl, cause your style ever relevant. This a hot girl summer song. Hot girl a road, oh yes, I do me a feature.
Right, thing called Look Good.
Good girl, you know.
Mango Juice Rhythm to get used to.
This a summer song. But your body hotter than the summer sun, yeah. You are the realest, and every style you have it are the cleanest. Being one that tell them when I yell them wear hands, when the summer gets hot, when I yell them come out.
Right, brand new rhythm called Mango Juice.
From you know you look good, baby.
And your brand new dancehall right here is the voice of Kalonji Sizzler.
Yes, we live in the big to we are so fast and long. No house, no clothes, no I'm not different yam. I feel like pop me, but that's the number one. Everything comes up and I come up with everywhere it's around me. Face of a race and people hungry. Everyone I feel it all over the country. Keep your head higher than the 21st century.
Again, Mango Juice Rhythm.
I feel push out a business. Now look out a rich day. I feel push out a business. To progress, she's addicted.
Again, brand new rhythm to get used to. Mango Juice, right here is Mr. Lex.
When you step in at the party, everybody you feel look. Till a girl vest up and take a picture to your book. Your man want you, but your body holding like a hook. Me mommy did say, woman, you better can't cook. You know worry about a girl, that girl can't make you shook. Them no matter you because they all of them up you. Them a talk about me to make them know your hand and look.
One more time.
No, Biggie, how do them? But them a bad, but them a bad, but them a bad girl. But them a bad, but them a bad, but them a bad girl. But them a bad, but them a bad, but them a bad girl. None of them a bad girl.
What we said?
But them a bad, but them a bad, but them a bad girl.
All right, this next tune, when I first saw it, reminded me of my brethren, DJ Element. We call him Shellement. Watch the vibe now.
In a straight bally boots, I'm matching to the Gucci frames. They high with Shellings.
That's right, Mr. Shellings.
But could you possibly rewind and come again? Watch I so blue, translucent view in the rain. If the down on me wrist and 100 upon me change. And if the pop down, take it and go check copy again. At the port of Miami, distributing a candy. Gunshot for leak you for Polico, wish the road of evil. That's why my steppers carry HKs and them desert eagles. Man and man, I hold the real real.
Pick up Shellement.
45
right here,
back,
Mr. Shellings.
Dress back.
What we said
that? Empty the whole clip in your neck, in your back. We're puffing a dime sack, you shorty puffing me back. She don't know how to act, tell her for what I can. Don't turn it up on that, just so this inside. Y'all see the shellings and just start broke out. Ati Brenda, you start
has like a 90s rapper flow almost, you know.
Do the new dance, mango just run the road. Video like a beer, every cat starts step out. So we at a class wife till I fight
one more time, big up my virgin Element.
Never take no beating, never shop, never run,
never get. Mango Juice, Future Fambo.
Claps to me foot a straight wallaby. It's a not with a boy, don't follow me. Say them a gangster, them a real wannabe. The boy can't shape color me. Say a bizzle, say them a watch, and them a pre. We a burn them like a hot cup of tea. We worry them, but they no worry we.
One more time, Mango Juice Rhythm, brand new.
Cause them a weak friends. Them boy, they a weak friends. Them a baby, he know the weak part-time can't stop on weekends. Them a weak friends. Some boy, them a weak friends.
One more time, Mango Juice.
Them well shaky, you know I know.
Right here. Bad bass anthem rhythm.
Some people steer. That's why me stay out of people way. Them always want you follow them.
Right, Twinkle Brain, brand new artist, brand new thing now. That's what we call dancehall jugglers. Bad bass anthem rhythm. Twinkle Brain.
Some people steer, some people steer. That's why me stay out of people way. Them always want you follow them and them fix when you lead the way. Some people steer, some people turn, some people turn. Like some big pussy girl, well up people man. Them always want you beg them and then fix when you be the man. So make them say what them want to see and chat what them feel to chat. Have people that them see them never want to hear you when you reach the top. A people that, yet still them want hear your house burn down and your vehicle crash.
A real brand new dance hall right now.
Them say what them want for see until
Bad bass anthem rhythm. One more time, it's fully back.
Yeah. Say you like yeah when my gun bust. Some me know say a gunman you love fuck. Your pussy fat till it clump up, yeah. Tight pussy girl
Easy
you
fully
get no fuck. A bad man you fucker you no pretend it. Boy you're a girl this you no man come defend it. Matter fuck you the Glock make you select it. Send you go bust a head now with the Benelli. Me bad girl, my mad girl, my bad girl. Yeah me back that girl. Fully me name
bad
me
bass anthem rhythm. Fully bad.
Bad girl, hold on there. Fully bad me name and you know me a young dan. Uptown, Kingston, 8 me come from. Run
up yourself, fully bad.
Gunman sitting tall there, so fear come see down pan. Fully bad me name and you know me a young dan. Uptown, Kingston, 8 me come from. Run where you
Boom step with them girl with fully bad, you know. Pick up yourself, Boom. In the meantime.
How she fat and she nice and she round, so take me back to the English boner. Every man want come gather round you. Like a ball like man want me bounce you.
Right here is our brethren, Mighty Mystic. Something different for Mighty Mystic. This thing called All Night. Bad bass anthem, brother. What we say, Mystic?
Oh, she fat and she nice and she round, so take me back to the English boner. Every man want come gather round.
Big up my brethren, Rip. In the meantime, Mighty Mystic.
Dribble the cheese then. Bop, beat the defense. Freak the she's on the weekend. She get where she's seeking.
The waiting is over. The kingdom has come, yeah. The service is over.
Right, Mighty Mystic, all night.
Your kingdom is come, yeah. Give you some love.
It's what we call dancehall juggling, y'all. Let it run now.
We're bucking, yeah. We're bucking, Say she want a strong man, and she don't want no servant. Long and rugged, she say just like a servant. Who pull on tight like you riding katanas. But balance the thing when we go round the corners.
The waiting is over. The kingdom has come, yeah.
That's right. Bad bass anthem rhythm, Mighty Mystic.
Hey girl, your kingdom is come, yeah. Give you some love. Service you all night.
One more time.
Listen this saga, exactly 8-6 correct, me lose my mother. Time flies so fast, look now I am a father. Say I'm always on the grind, never lose hope.
Javon, genius.
Just believe in yourself, never give up. Shall we give you the strength even when time.
That's our anthem for 2021, you know.
Tell watch over your head. Through struggles and bad times, give praises to Jah. Happy times are sad times.
Yo, that's what we call dancehall juggling.
Javon, genius, meaning them, no the man flow sickly.
Javon, genius again.
Be great history.
Bad bass anthem tune, title track of the rhythm, y'all. One more time, watch the vibe now.
Higher heights, non-stop movements. Baby them, can't touch your show sprints. Jamaica, me come from a real sprints. Being alien or loses. Action man deal with, me no deal with the talking. Can't this man from soil, then no inner, no laughing. Peace and love we say, we no inner, no fighting.
We call dancehall juggling now.
Man, it's a baller from long time. Mash up every stage, commit stage crime. Talent over hype, tour the world on the
about brand new music.
Bad baseline, always that right. With good music.
Every episode, what we say?
Oh, no better see the trap, bad bass around the whole block. With good music, we never stop. Family happy, alright. Money in a band, well. Oh, no better see the trap, bad bass around the whole block. With good music, we never stop. Family happy, alright. Money in a band. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 man in a your same thing and a your style. Girl that and a your style.
Time, I-Octane.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I-Octane's gonna be holding another big clash. So definitely check out I-Octane's Cup Clash.
So me gal walk out and brag. You know care listen never choppy standard. Some gal full of shit like some old and crab. You never dash with baby in a bag. Come here gal, walk out and pose. Anytime you shop you know who for your clothes. I know you don't get yourself your body on the coast. So tell the ghost them say you're fresh like rose. Me gal, Miss Donut gonna hype like you. Sexy body and your right show. More them I use but your tight right show. So any man you touch off his stick like glue gal. Miss Donut gonna hype like you. Sexy body and your right.
One more time, fling back rhythm you don't already know. It's I-Octane, your style.
Like glue gal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 man. In a your same thing and a your style.
Of course, we'll go with dancehall juggling right now.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 man in a your sing thing and a your style. Girl, that I know your style.
Big up all the man, them when mind them youth. Me pick them up to eat on a ramp with me loot. Some man that move me like a star up a fruit. Not even by him liquor, you
One more time, Mr. Vegas.
Paper chase, paper chase, paper chase, paper chase. Man, I look the paper, me not have no time to wait. Paper chase, paper chase, paper chase, paper chase. Me say no laugh in no skit, kid, me not have time to wait. Paper chase, paper chase, paper chase, paper chase. Man, if you want the paper, you better keep with the paper. Paper chase, paper chase, paper chase, paper chase. We got the paper.
One more time, it's Mr. Vegas.
Mr. Paper, yes, I mean, you're the paper, man, I'm Mr. Paper. Pick the up to get food, finger, man, Mr. Paper. Me have to pick up on paper dance. I hustle every day and I make the millions of Mr. Paper. Me not talk clean up paper when Mr. Paper. Me talking about skyscraper when Mr. Paper. Me talking about money maker. Me not talk that's a more than a faker. Paper chase, paper chase, paper chase, paper chase. Man, I look the paper, me not have no time to wait. Paper chase, paper chase, paper chase, paper chase. Me say no laugh in the skit, kid, me not have time to wait. Paper chase, paper chase, paper chase, paper chase. Man, if you want the paper, you better.
Of course, it's a fling back rhythm, y'all. Brand new dancehall music right now. Yo, Beanie.
It's a Jamaican thing and we style them so fly. The brand where we wear are the latest. Oh, na 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 na. I'm not afraid of no boy, the machine them close by. It is a yard man thing and we fearless. Oh, na na na. Step on the version. A lyrics me a spit up on the version. A King Bailey man me a the surgeon. Big up me girls them rural and urban. In a Italian era in a Persian. As a boss me fish out the real one. Hold strong youth like you over third on. Shout out every boy in a turban. And shout out to the one bunga Herman. 40, 50 gun in a me girl and pretty sure will Simon and Pearl one. In a school me used to be the nerd one. See there no Moses a every girl man. And me lock down Bronx and Mount Vernon.
Again, it's all about brand new dance hall right now. So we call dance hall juggling. Give thanks for tuning in, you know.
We get girls everywhere, yard man, we too shy. But you still me nah left me latex. Oh la di la di la. We are here when the handmark yard them roll by. Can't catch me off guard, me no careless. Oh la di la di la.
You are in tune to Dasha Fire podcast, reggae and vegan lifestyle scene.
Again, that's what we call dance hall juggling. And we started off that dance hall juggling with the brand new Zona rhythm brought to you by DJ Jamar out of Tucson, Arizona. That's right, big up yourself, DJ Jamar, 12 Tribes, you know? And of course, we started off with our brethren, friend of the show, Bobby Hustle with Tap In. And then we went into Chuck Fender with Rockin' Come In, Josh David with This Feeling, and of course, the big combination, big single, All I Need with Ginger and Safari. One more time, that was the Zona rhythm from our brethren, DJ Jamar out of Tucson, Arizona. Big rhythm to get used to, you know? And then we went into the Mango Juice rhythm with Vybrid and Wayne Wonder with Look Good. Sizzler Kalungi with Push Out. Mr. Lex with Bad Gal, and of course Mr. Shellings with Mango Mania. One more time, big up DJ Element, aka Shellement. Just every time I see Mr. Shellings, I think of Element, you know? And then of course, sealing it up on the Mango Juice rhythm, again, it's Future Fanbo with Weak Fence. And then we went into the Bad Bass Anthem rhythm with Twinkle Brain, So People Stay, Fully Bad with Young Don, our brethren Mighty Mystic and friend of the show with All Night, and of course Javon the Genius, 2 tunes back to back with The Saga and Bad Bass Anthem. And then we went into the Fling Back rhythm by Arms House Music with I Octane with Your Style, Mr. Vegas with Paper Chase, and the tune you just heard again on the Fling Back rhythm, Beanie Man with Yard Style. And of course, y'all, give thanks for tuning in wherever you're tuning in at, whether you're checking us on Twitch right now or on YouTube right now or afterwards on SoundCloud or Apple Podcasts and, of course, on Nice Up Radio. Big up yourself and give thanks for tuning in, you know?
Yeah, man, this is the Dasha Fire podcast, top 5, a.k.a. the Fire 5. roots and culture.
And right now, coming in at number 5 on this episode's Fire 5.
Yeah, man, this is the Dash of Fire podcast, top 5, aka the Fire 5, dancehall style.
All right, a little technical difficulties right there. We fixed it up right quick. Again, coming in at this episode's Fire 5 dancehall. Right here is Jada Kingdom with Badoom. Again, coming in at number 5 right here is Jada Kingdom with Badoom.
Young and healthy, me no don't like credit. Walk for my things, can't say my big, so move up. Cause after me no I girl, bitch your time up. I'ma know you wish I did nice, so how good am my fault, make the man a hide you. Cause every time I walk, my skirt I ride up. Him want to me boom boom, but do doom. Love off me boom boom, but do doom. I'm mad over me boom boom, but do doom. I cry for me boom boom, but do. I said them want to me boom boom, but do doom. Love off me boom boom.
Again, it's Jada Kingdom with Badoom. Coming in at number 5 on this week's Fire 5 Dancehall.
Some of them pronounce the girl it dead like everything about me have to highlight. Call me at the wife type. Them want to me boom boom, but do doom. Love out me boom boom, but do doom. I'm mad over me boom boom, but do doom. I cry for me boom.
Coming in at number 4, brought to you by Beat Camp. Right here on the Jamsterdam rhythm is our brethren Million Styles with Hands in the Air. I'll try to pick up Mo Ali.
Oi! On my UK flow, big up Wiley. Full of lyrics and me full of style. Million style, wicked and wily. The way me ride the rhythm so nicely. Make the girl them want do the winery. You see tonight me a road with wifey. In the corner, no man beside me. Spliffing on me jaw feel so irie. White sneakers, pants and a whitey. Oh me so simple, clean and tidy. More in time you no see me out there. Come me there with me family and try live Christly. Let me see your hands in the air now. From your full dry life to the max. Blow your high grade out in the air now. And you know so you have to give thanks. Let me see your hands in the air now. From
again, it's the Jamsterdam brought to you by Beat Camp. Big up Mo Ali.
One up above. Step in at the dance, smell it like Amsterdam. Everybody know man a real ganja man. Sensing me in your high grade marathon. No locks but me bun like
right, UK Sweden link up.
Stone doesn't know the gangster tan.
Big international theme on today's podcast.
Full enjoyment, me say what a bam bam. A good vibes when the dance get ram jam. People a come from every nation. Dance we a dance
right, yes, go.
No man do like Mo Ali and Mr. Million. Yeah. Get a empress, not a one night slam. Then you know we a dance floor shell. Make you feel like you in a favela. Girl them waist go round like propeller. Stop the beat, let me sing a cappella. Let me see your hands in the air now. From your full dry life to the max.
Again, on the Jamsterdam rhythm, it's our brethren Million Styles with Hands in the Air coming in at number 4 and coming in at number 3 on this episode's Fire 5 Dance Hall. Right here is Coffee with Lockdown.
Where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we for do, yeah. Hey, fancy.
see. Oh, your heart state, now no vacancy. Last time, see you on FaceTime, chatting up the place, boating on my relationship. Me, I go put you on lockdown. I put your body on lockdown. You got me on lock now. You got my passion on lock. Oh, if you love me, you should let me. You should let me. You should let me know. And if you don't know, better feel let me. Better feel let me. I better you let me go. Pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Nobody deal with the bagel and talking. But nothing know we are chilling at apart.
Again, coming in at number 3, it's Coffee with Lockdown.
Where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we do, yeah. Say you want travel, we go Hope Valley. Say you hope in your love and not just no tally. Make my heart full of some, I love you totally. Do my own thing, I'm in no trouble, nobody. I want what you know, up on the patio. And they didn't hear about them, I watch me now. Swing on me, no miss like Pacquiao.
I said if you haven't already, make sure you check out this video, you know.
What you know, what you know.
Of course, it's Coffee with Lockdown.
Money, yeah,
coming in at number 3.
You got the money, yeah. Make it in my heart, make it take it from me. Where will we go? Where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Where we go, road. Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast car.
Coming in at number 2 on this week's Fire 5 Dance Hall. Right here on the Style Rhythm, brought to you by Chimney, is Taurus Riley with Easy, no?
Chimney, sing it. What a vibes, we did it again. Chimney with a bad rhythm again. Full of style, and we fling it at them. I sing it again. Yeah, so let her pull it up and me so lift it again. Woman, them a wine and splitting again. Give me the skip and make me flip it again. Style well different. Cool, no man. Fire diamonds well freezing my hand. You are what style
again, the Style Rhythm.
Butterflies sting
brought to you by Chimney, you know?
Nice. The season, no man. I fight like Muhammad Ali, you know man. You are what style and flow.
Again, it's Taurus Riley with Easy, no?
Like a bee. You say you're living up, you're living a life. Socialize, but you are social.
Check out the Zaga.
If you don't love me, well, give me the life.
Of course, the Javalani, you know?
I'm in a textile. I'm in a lion, but friend a reptile. See me now, my role, listen, tell me take time. That I make you so vexed and I stress like. The season, no man. Believe me, no man. My one style and flow, man, I float like butterflies, sting like these, no man. Just season, no man. Hardcore Congo, na team, no man. My one style and flow, man, I float like butterflies, sting like a bee. A chimney, yeah, the house full of smoke, fire. Speak about no pan, you know one a joke thing. Woman a bubble like you know one stove. I look for trouble, one day you want it. And when you see the eye, you have to see the eyes. So see the drip and a pie.
Coming in at number 5 on this week's Fire 5 Dance Hall was Jada Kingdom with Badoom. Coming in at number 4 on the Jamsterdam Rhythm, brought to you by Beat Camp, was a Virgin Million Styles with Hands in the Air. And coming in at number 3, the big single of 2020, of course, it's Coffee with Lockdown. And coming in at number 2, right behind us right now, one more time on the Style Rhythm, brought to you by Chimney, it's Taurus Riley with Easy now. And coming in at number 1, brought to you by Jugglers, and definitely check out the video, they just dropped it the other day. It's the brethren, friend of the show, Kabaka Pyramid with Ready.
Immaculate. Kabaka Pyramid. Now I mean, Jugglers once again, skibbly bang. Ready when you're ready for me, drop some heavy. Them a black spot, them head, but them a dready. But me tell them I'm real. Who can hear them a go feel? Them number one. Immaculate. Kabaka Pyramid. Now I mean, Jugglers once again, skibbly bang. Ready when you're ready for me, drop some heavy. Them a black spot, them head, but them a dready. But me tell them I'm real. Who can hear them a go feel? Them drop some heavy, them a follow what them see up on the telly, but my tell man real. Who can hear them a go feel?
One more time, Kabaka Pyramid.
Hey, look how me easy on the track. Fresh like my new wallabies in the block. Baby rock on my team, them have my back. See that brother there in the green, them have the strap. Some me now for walk with it. Have to keep my energy clear, my thoughts vivid. Don't come around me, we can't talk business. Cause me done side, say you have a little dark spirit. Me put a fire on a baphomet. Lyrics man a shoot like Obama Young and Lacazette. Barrel them empty, like Tottenham trophy cabinet. Send them go back at the academy. None of them not ready for the real boss level. Team full of rebel, me not pre-pass.
Again, the tune is called Ready.
Pre-well, no peace, no schedule.
Brought to you by Jugglers, Kabaka Pyramid.
Smoke. Ready when you ready for me, drop some heavy. Them a black span them head, but them a dready. But me tell them man real. Who can hear them a go feel? Kabaka, I tell them ready when you ready for me, drop some heavy. Them a follow what them see up on the tele, but me tell them man real. Who can hear them a go feel? Mesca show them Spain town, man not take no shot from no idiot. 90s bad man no ask for your feedback. West London we shot a box make you feel that. Steph London no you so fat make my teeth that. When me go to school no booking on my East pack. Use transport for transport my waist that. Old school Nikes on my pants with the crease flat. Big sound string up every sweet 16 lock. Come on a liberal a poser practitioner of yoga. My picture up on the poster up in a Minnesota. Trini girls love me but me not listen soca. After the show me drive off with a chauffeur. Come me go hard on the beat. Only press pause figure walk on the beach.
The lyric god, you know. Kabaka Pyramid, you know.
Kabaka P man a boss na the street. Ready when you ready for me drop some heavy.
Coming in at number 1 is Kabaka P with Ready, you know.
Who can hear them a go feel? Watch me now. Ready when you ready for me drop some heavy. Them a follow what them see up on the tele, but me tell them man real. Who can hear them a go feel?
You are in tune to Dasha Fire podcast, reggae and vegan lifestyle scene. This is Dasha Fire Food for Thought. See it?
That's right. One more time, bring up our brethren Kabaka Pyramid coming in at number 1 with a big thing called Ready, you know. And this episode's food for thought. I had a couple items and a couple different things I was ready for you guys, but I was literally just about to make tea, and it's the easiest thing, and I wish somebody would have showed me before. You know, like a lot of people, you go and buy tea at the store, and I personally just drink herbal tea, and for the longest time, growing up down here in Southern California, I always liked Jamaica, or what we call hibiscus. And, you know, I was drinking hibiscus tea with ginger and turmeric. I would go buy the little packs. And for the last, couple years, I was doing that in a big mason jar every couple days. And that would be my drink. I would just drink all day. Caffeine drives me crazy. So I try to just keep the herbal tea. And I was literally just about to make some. So I just wanted to show you guys how easy it was and how simple it was. Hopefully next time I do something like this, I can have a little video over here going along with it. But for now, let me just show you guys what I got. Simplest thing, and I'll explain what I've been doing. Super easy, you know. So I got the hibiscus flowers, which I put it in my little Tupperware here. And I just buy it from the corner store over here. It's in North Park Produce, where I live at in San Diego. But I'm sure you can get this at any spot. Loose flowers. It's just dried up hibiscus flowers. And maybe if you have a hibiscus plant or something, you can do it yourself. But I literally take just the littlest bit out of here and put it in water, obviously, in a little pot, just a little bit bigger than this container. Maybe I don't even know. I'm not good with measurements, but, you know, a decent sized pot. I just figured I put way too much the first time, but I put that, and you put it in water, and once it starts to boil, you turn it off and let it set for 15 minutes. And then I also cut up a little bit of ginger and a little bit of turmeric. You just figure out what you like. I figured out what I like. A little bit of ginger, a little bit of turmeric. Literally, I just chop it up and put that in the water as well with the hibiscus as it, you know, you turn it on, it starts to boil. and then after about 15 minutes or so, I obviously turn it off, let it sit for a few minutes, 15 minutes or so, and then I just kind of use a ladle and scoop some out so not to keep the chunks. If you want to keep the chunks, obviously just drink around it, or you can just swallow it or eat it, whatever. I'm sure it's not going to harm you. But I've been doing that in a pretty good sized mason jar with a couple tablespoons of cane sugar. I did with agave. I'm sure even no sweetener at all, but just a little bit, and a little bit squeeze of a lime, and just put it in the fridge, and it lasts me a couple days. And it's the simplest, easiest thing. And I know, a lot of people, I'm not going to just talk about food when it comes to food for thought, as far as making, baking, frying, anything like that. Simplest thing with the easiest thing with just making herbal tea. And the big impact for me is just not using the plastic, just not buying the cardboard. I mean, sometimes with the loose leaf hibiscus, it comes in a little plastic, but ultimately how much I make out of there compared to buying it at the store already in a little herbal tea pack. To me, it's just making the difference for myself, and also just the gratification of making the herbal tea myself from scratch, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that out there. I was literally about to make it, and I just was like, you know what, I'm going to make it after the show so I can show everybody what I've been making and how easy it is to make that, It's just a simple, more natural way. You can use different sweeteners. You can probably even put, I put lime. You can probably put, orange or lemon or anything like that. It's a super easy, refreshing herbal tea. And yeah, starting 2021, keep it fresh, keep it Ito, keep it vegan, and hopefully, you guys will try it. Somebody out there will try it and let me know how easy it was for them. And that's this episode's Food for Thought.
Yeah, man, you're tuned into Dash of Fire podcast, reggae, and vegan lifestyle scene.
Video difficulty there. It took a little while to come back, but yeah, we're about to seal up this episode with this episode's pick of the pod. And again, give thanks for tuning in. This is episode 122, and of course, big up our sis, this episode's special guest, Miss Kate, aka the Kate Gatsby. Make sure you definitely check her out. She's always doing some cool and awesome posts on her Instagram, and just check her out. Support the vibe, support the movement, and of course, big up yourself. Give thanks for tuning in. Again, whether you're checking us on Twitch live right now, give thanks. On YouTube live right now, give thanks. Or you check us afterwards on SoundCloud or the Apple Podcast. Just give thanks for the support. We really appreciate all the vibes and the support. So yeah, it seems like a big anthem. We're going to seal it up. This episode's a big anthem throughout this episode. I really felt the vibe with that Taurus Riley, Be Great. You got to be great for yourself. Don't wait for somebody else. And, this is another big tune from our brethren, Kabaka Pyramid, that just dropped the other day. We're going to seal up this episode with this episode's pick of the pod. Big anthem for 2021. Again, right here is Kabaka Pyramid with Believe. Give thanks, y'all. Bless.
Half a believe in myself. Gavi teach me in him speeches. Say without self-confidence, you will be twice defeated. Believe me, Rastafari. Half a believe in myself. Gavi teach me in him speeches. Say without self-confidence, you will be twice defeated. Believe me, Rastafari. Now we upon nobody for tell me some great. Now we upon nobody for open up a gate. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. Now wait for nobody for give me motivation. Me have to make it out the sticky situation. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. All when them a doubt me that coulda never face I. No, I know some me mother raise I. Self-sufficient might as well that she name I. So me aim, my limit is the sky. Work me put in that could never be undone. Any task when me get me wrap it up like condom. All when the burden when me be away 1 ton. Me have to carry the load because me nah no option. Now wait for nobody for tell me say me great. Now wait for nobody for open up your gate. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. Now wait for nobody for give I motivation. Me I go make it out the sticky situation. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. Now watch what them a do, me have my own mission. Now wait for a soul, me alone and me done. From me hear the name Kabaka, you know say man a king in the earth. Me know my worth as a proud African. And Rastafari lead me. For know myself and in a school them never teach me. For grow my wealth and this a journey never easy. Still me show my strength. So even though my slim I lift the weight over the bench. Now wait for nobody for tell me say me great. Now wait for nobody for open up your gates. Have to believe in myself. Have to believe in myself. Now wait
Dash of Fire podcast, reggae and vegan lifestyle scene.